Firstly, let's get one thing crystal clear. It's hot as a motherfucker. Look, how hot is it today, Rem?
It's too hot, nigga.
Anyway, here's a little story time for you all. We call it 79 stories or whatever. And at first, I dismissed it because, well, I hate this bastard. On Monday at 2200 hours, I was laying down on my bed, scrolling through Instagram as I usually do. I was about to go to sleep when I happened to stumble upon this video right here. Now, the video is harmless. It's just a cosplayer, quote unquote, dancing around showing off her cosplay. So, being as the horny bastard that I am, I saved it, but being the crazy son of a bitch I am, I posted it on my Instagram. Fair is fair, right? Nothing's wrong. Except what I put down was a little sexualized, if you could put it that way. I went about my day the next day, all calm and collected. I went to work, did my thing, when I happened to come across a text message from one of my colleagues saying,
"Those are men's shoulders."
And at first I dismissed it because, well, I hate this bastard and anything he says I immediately disregard and I throw up every time I read it. However, I come to the point and realization that what if it actually is a dude? And I think about it. I look at the video again over and over and over, and then that's when it clicks that maybe this is actually a dude. But the more I looked, the more it looked more suspicious to me. So then I took a page out of hating. So going into this, I wanted to figure out his height. So when I figured out his height, I took the length of the phone and I identified the phone based off its other pictures. I identified it was actually an iPhone X, but I do not know if it's an iPhone X Max or just a regular iPhone X. So in order to remedy that, I took the height of both phones and did the math for the both of them so that I could just get an estimate of what his height was. So I took the phone, put it inside of a picture editor. I took the phone, I lined it up with his body, and
this how you
you throw it into a calculator, so you would ultimately get 5.1, so 5 feet and 2 inches, or he's 5'6". Either way, he's not a very tall guy. And so moving forward, I wanted to see, okay, what are some other weird things about it, or how can I tell if it's a girl or not? So I looked at the Instagram, and the name of the person was Sophie T. If you look at the thing, it's called Sophie T, but they don't have an Instagram. I've checked it before. What's interesting is that this person posts a lot of dolls. Dolls are a very special kind of people. I've encountered them in my journey as in anime conventions. So, but the actual name for this is actually called Anime Gao Kigurumi. Anime Gao Kigurumi is a type of mask cosplay that has its origins in the official stage, shows various Japanese anime, but has also been adapted by hobbyists.
Does Samuel L. Jackson like anime?
Yes, I do. Hentai too.
My bad. The term dollar has also been used when referring to Kigurumi cosplayers, but today mainly refers to BJD styled mask cosplays. Although Kigurumi remains a minor part of Japanese cosplay scene, has been attracting overseas attention in North America and Europe around 2005. I found out the dude's height. I looked at all the body features and I still couldn't figure it out. So I had to turn to the comment section or the description. In the description, it gives the person's Twitter, and off to the cesspool I went. I looked at this person's Twitter. I go into this dude's Twitter, and it's very normal. It's just a normal guy's Twitter. It's a normal dude's Twitter. They post their journeys and they post pictures of themselves, and that's fine. You know, that's cool. But I'm trying to figure out if it's a dude or not. So I come to the end of their posting and I'm left wondering, well, what the hell? How do you know this person's a dude or not? You might be asking. Well, I'm going to turn your attention to 2 photos. Looking at this photo, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just actually there's a couple things wrong with it, but we're just don't mention it. In the photo, you see this person is collabing with another person. Sophie. Sophie is collabing with another person, and they have this person tied up in bondage. Yay, all fun, good stuff. Happy days. But as you can see, there's a hand on it. Now this is very important because in all the other photos, there's no hands being showed except the cosplayer's hands. But the thing is, they're wearing a shirt that changes the skin color, or just makes the skin, you're not able to see anything except the color of the skin. So you can't see hairs, you can see the knuckles, but you can see major parts, but you can't see like blemishes, you can't see other things like that. Essentially to hide their skin. If they really want to be this person's skin color, let's say if they were black or Hispanic, where they have darker skin tones, they would put on something like this if they really wanted to be this character. So in this situation, this person doesn't have any shirt to change his skin tone. Instead, you see his whole hand. And in this situation, you can see that this guy has some meat on his hands, and it's not, I'm going to be very honest, it's not a nice looking hand. It's not a very nice looking hand. Yeah. But this other photo I'm showing you guys right now is almost puts the nail in the coffin. So in this situation, you have another collab photo, and this person is feeding a cosplayer, or there's actually 3 people in this photo, 2 sets of hands. One person is feeding the cosplayer. Cool. The thing is, both of these hands are not a woman's hands. If you will look at women's hands, they're much more smaller and more feminine. These guys, you can see these 2 sets of hands are men's hands. And you could definitely see the one on the left is actually holding the phone, because you see the 2 sets of hands, but the sets of hands on the right is holding food, pretending to feed the cosplayer, because yes. And then this set of hands on the left is holding his hand out, and he is holding the phone. But so you could kind of guess that the one holding the phone is Sophie, and Sophie's left hand, has hair on it. And you could say, well, this woman just doesn't take care of her hands. And to that I say, fuck you. That's not the case here. But insult to injury, I would want to put this case done and say, okay, fine, whatever, I've been bamboozled. Lo and behold, this is the final nail in the coffin. So in the photo, I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was Japanese, the racist bastard that I am, but it's actually Chinese. If you translate the text into Chinese, it reads, some friends were meant to be women. Just go there at 120. The hands and feet are revealed to be cute. All kinds of small micro actions, pardon me. Walking posture, hand action, nodding posture, and even sitting position. It's no different from a girl. Petite figure, cute posture. This is a text that could get me a lot of trouble if I go deep into it, but this is obviously not a woman texting these kinds of things. And since it's on the right side, it means this person texted this person was texting somebody else. Now, this is the final coffin saying that this is a dude. And, well, it is what it is. Final notes, use your 5 senses all the time. If you're a straight heterosexual man like me, you use your 5 senses. If I ever saw this person in public or at a convention, I would be more than happy to take a picture with them and be all excited because the person's in a Roxy costume. But if this was a woman, I would probably ask her to date me or something like that. And I would be able to identify if this was a man or woman, because firstly, the reason why I found this was because I was using one of my eyes and looking at it. But you know, if I was in public seeing this person, I could use my nose. I don't want to say this without sounding creepy. I will be able to smell if the dude put on deodorant or not, or if the woman has perfume or not. I will be able to hear their voice, because this person doesn't put their voice on Twitter. And then I will be able to, if they get close to me, I will be able to feel something. All is well that ends well. Anyway, it is what it is. I really like the cosplay. It's cool. I'm not gonna sit here and knock it for being a thing, but afterwards I started to wonder, and the more I think about it, the more it's like, oh, this person was a dude. How do you know that? After all this investigating, well, because if it was a woman, usually women don't put on masks, and a lot of them don't put on the shirts to change the skin tones, because this guy actually puts on retweets another Roxy cosplayer, and this is actually a woman, and you could tell from the facial features and all that good stuff. And that should have been my first clue to say, oh, this guy actually is a dude. But very oblivious to me and my stubborn son of a bitch personality, I didn't believe it. But all is well that ends well.